So what do you think are some of the words and phrases that are peculiar to only Indian English? Can anybody tell me?
You can either write it in the chat box or you
Chat
can
box,
simply
please.
unmute yourself. The term prepone.
Prepone. Oh, great. That's
And
a
then
very good
I
example.
come, I come.
I come. I-C-O-M come. C-O-M-E come.
Style.
Style. No, not style. But prepone is a very good example. And this word prepone is not present in like India is said to have given the term prepone to the world. They were not having this term prepone, like they have postpone, but they do not have prepone in British English or American English. But India gave this term prepone, and British people and English people, British people and American people are using the term prepone. Like I think this term or this concept of preponing the thing is frequent in India, so they gave the term prepone. Anybody else?
Somebody wrote Jugaad.
Jugaad. Yeah, that's a loan word.
Yeah,
You can say.
actually, that
That's a
is.
loan word. All right. So here it is, the Indian English. Sir Ji, go seedha straight, then turn left. Like most of the people here use. If you ask them way, then they'll mix up. Code mixing and code switching is there, and they'll use Sir Ji, go seedha straight, then turn left. Well, jokes apart, this is not what we are trying to study here. Um, these are the list of words, some of the words and phrases that are peculiar to Indian English. Like we'll be considering all the words one by one. Here we are using the term cash. So cash is only used in India. And if you go anywhere else, like in America or Britain, they'll use the term credit for the credit or capital for the term cash. So cash is specific to Indian English. The term rubber, rubber we use for erasing. So they won't use like in standard English, the term is eraser, but we all have been using this term since our childhood, like let me borrow your rubber, or I need a rubber, or I forgot my rubber. So rubber here is specific to Indian English. The next term is picture. Now we always find ourselves saying that let's go watch that picture, or that picture was so nice, that picture was shit, like something like that. So picture, here we are conceptualizing the term picture as movies. But people out of India, they would never say like let's go watch this picture, or the fault in our stars is a beautiful picture. They won't use that. But in India, they would say the fault is in our stars is a beautiful picture. So picture is peculiar to Indian English. The next term is brinjal. So brinjal term is given by India and is only used in India. So if the term brinjal signifies the vegetable bangan. So if you visit outside India, if you talk to people outside India, they'll always refer this as eggplant. Eggplant. They won't say brinjal. Brinjal is specific to Indian English. The next is the term wheatish. So like Indians are supposed to have a wheatish complexion. So this term wheatish is like they have given the term wheatish for people having the complexion like dark and fair, mixture of dark and fair. And this you won't find in like American English or Britain English. The next is four-wheeler. Like they won't say I got a four-wheeler or I got a two-wheeler. They'll always say I got a car, I got a truck or something like that. But here it is very well used in India. Like my father bought a four-wheeler, oh, we'll go there by a four-wheeler. So this is very peculiar to Indian English. The next word is eatables. Like eatables, I think that uh, as I think that eatables should not be used, but it is used like that's a wrong word, but it is already here. People are using it. It's in the trend, but what as far as I think that eatables is not grammatically correct, but here we are, word English has no grammar, no correct or incorrect grammar, and people are using here it. But you won't find the term eatables. Eatables are the things that can be eaten. So whenever we go for a picnic, we say, oh, what are the eatables that we have brought together? Oh, you got this as their eatables. So whenever we go to a restaurant, we say that the eatables there was very nice, the menu there was very nice. So this is specific to Indian English only. The next term is marketing. This is like a very well-known Desi term, marketing. Marketing they won't use. Marketing they would use in reference to the business terms or trading terms there. But here in India, we use marketing as an act of going to the market and buying some products. Like, I'm going marketing this Sunday, will you accompany me? But people in outside India, they will never use the term marketing there. Like, I'm going to market, they will say I'm going to the market, things like that, but they will never use the term marketing. But this is very commonly used term here in India. And someone told me about to prepone. Yes, prepone is the word that India has given to the world. Like, world was not knowing about this term, so India has introduced, the Indian English has introduced the concept of prepone to the world. The next term is go down. You can also say that go down is a loan word, but yeah, this is peculiar to English, Indian English, and frequently used. So you can consider here it in this list. The next is the phrase pass out. Now, pass out in standard English means so going in an unconscious condition or subconscious condition. But here in India, we use the term pass out as shifting from one class to another, or graduating from one class to another. Like, I passed out 5 years ago, or I passed out graduation like 2 years ago, or things like that. But pass out in British English or American English means a totally different thing. Now, mother promise. This term is a socio-culturally influenced term, and this is specific to India because mother are considered as an epitome of love, and everyone loves their mother. So Indians have made this term mother promise and frequently used. Oh, I won't do it, mother promise. You won't find any British saying, oh, I won't do it, mother promise. But you will frequently find us an Indian telling that mother promise, I won't do it, mother promise, I'll get there, things like that. And the next phrase is kindly adjust. Kindly adjust, like Indians are known to adjust everywhere. So this term has been proposed or has been coined by Indians and is used in Indian English. So if you go to America and say kindly adjust, they won't understand it, because they are not known to the concept of adjusting. They do not adjust. But in India, we are very much dependent on adjusting, I guess. So kindly adjust is a term given by Indian English. Then the next is cousin sister or cousin brother. So the standard English, the person who are saying the standard English, they would say cousin, she's my cousin or he's my cousin. But here in India, we would say he's my cousin sister, he's my cousin brother, or my cousin brother is visiting me today. But you won't find any British or any American saying my cousin brother will visit me today. They'll say my cousin will visit me today. Now we have your good name. So a name is always good, but if we say, like, if we quote Shakespeare, what's in a name? Uh, we are not going by that road. So name, no parent, no grandparent would name his their child a bad name. A name is always good. So they'll, in standard English, they'll always ask, what's your name? But in Indian English, we'll always say, what's your good name? So good name is not standard English. and this should not be used because every name is beautiful. So we should always say, what's your name? But here in India, we say, what's your good name? Or my good name is this, or something like that. The next term is mention not. So mention not, uh, like if somebody says thank you, then standard English suggests you to say, it's my pleasure, the pleasure is mine. But here in India, we, matlab, we are not, well, we help others without any our personal greed or something like that, where is a conceptualization of helping somebody without our perception, without our personal greed, and we say, oh, do not mention it, or it's okay, it's fine, mention not. They I think they are not, they don't feel pleasurable after helping other or some maybe this term suggests that. But mention not is not used in American English or British English or any standard English. This is peculiar to Indian English.